Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, and as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and please subscribe for this and many more videos. Let's see, where are we gonna get started here? Oh. Well, we're gonna have to get started harvesting. So let's go ahead, jump in this guy. Oh, I forgot to turn the darn eye tracking off, didn't I? Wait, what? Hold on, I want to see something. Oh, the eye tracking is still on the motorcycle. Okay. One thing well, I actually brought up the subject of why doesn't Giants, update their eye tracking API, and kind of the answer that I get from Giants is not the answer that I truly want to hear. And I don't really know. I don't have, I'm a preview partner. I love Giants, don't get me wrong. I want them to make a better product, and that means updating the how they do head and eye tracking. But it was kind of like, well, we need to allocate extra resources for that. Well, yeah, no kidding. Do it. It's not like they're not a multi-million-dollar company or anything, and they should be able to add some basic menu menu options. But I was basically told to go into the Toby options and do it there. Well, there are no options, Giants. I need to I almost said unharvest. Yeah, there are no options in the Toby eye tracking menu to disable eye tracking but keep head tracking in Farming Simulator. There's just not. So that was frustrating. And even if there were, it was my contention that it would create an undue burden to anybody with an eye tracker to have to go into the software every time before you play the game to disable eye tracking, but keep head tracking. And again, there's no option for that. And I was basically almost laughed at for my use of the word burden. No, I'm not talking about, carrying the cross or, lifting heavy objects up, 5 flights of stairs. But it is a major pain in the butt. It's one of the reasons why I stopped using the farming sim wheel, years ago. As awesome as it was, I didn't want to have to get it out, set it up, and then, take it down and pack it up every time I, wanted to play Farming Sim. Because I don't have I don't have like a separate computer. What is going on here? I don't have a separate computer that I can just use for only gaming and then, do everything else with a different computer. Maybe someday, but not this day. But basically, I was able to counter the argument. Look, if I could go into the Toby eye tracking software and disable eye tracking, I don't even think there's an option to disable eye tracking. There's certainly third-party apps, but when you can't use the third-party app over Farming Simulator. At least I wasn't able to. I could not get it to work. It just seemed to revert back to the standard Giants, eye tracking, which is either on or off. There's no options whatsoever for changing sensitivity. I've had people, comment on my videos, because I do rant about this from time to time. But what really gets my goat is, I think that if they were to, allocate the resources to get it done, I don't think it would take a long period of time, probably days, a week, and they could add it into an upcoming patch. I don't think it would take a long time. They're just options. The API already exists, and all Giants would need to do would be to integrate the controls of the API into the menu system, and also the rest of the game, and how the eye tracking movement works. Why they don't, I don't know. And as much as I love Giants, it kind of frustrates me. But the same can be said for almost any game developer. I'm a customer. I'm like the selfish person that says, this is what I want, why can't I have it? Wah, 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 wah. So anyway, that's kind of my rant on the issue. I also got accused of not being able to use mods, which I think is hilarious. I absolutely know how to use mods, whether they be off the mod hub or completely independent mods. It's not hard. I did it years ago. And I don't know why I have to keep explaining myself all the time, on the subject of why I don't use mods. And it's rather easy. On several occasions, I think twice, way back in the Farming Sim 2013 days. Actually, I don't want to turn that way. And then I remember at least 2 times during Farming Sim 2013, and I also remember at least once in Farming Simulator 2015. I had mods installed, and there might be a patch update or something like that, but I remember having corrupted save files. And of course now, however many years on, you get people that are like, whoa, you can restore a corrupted save file. Well, yeah, no, maybe you can, I can't. I don't know the first thing to do on restoring a save file. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't know how to do it. I'd have to find somebody that knows how to do it, trust them with my data, and, I don't want to have to run into that. It definitely creates a sense of anxiety when using a mod that you're not familiar with, especially when, my, how should I say, career, should I say career? I don't know if I should say career or not. But what I do for a partial living, and, YouTube is a significant part of my living. I don't want to jeopardize, my earnings if it's going to corrupt my game file and I have to start from scratch, because that sucks. And it's one of the reasons why I only use the mods in the mod hub now, because those mobs are vetted by giants. And I've never had a problem with a mod from the mod store. So, you know, if people want me to try mods, you know, don't recommend me, you know, some website like farmingsimmods.co.North Korea. Because it ain't gonna happen. And plus, there's a lot of mods out there that just are not good quality. And it's, you know, I don't feel, or maybe it is, maybe I should do like a mod report every month on all the crappy mods that are out there. How about that? And I'm not opposed in any way to other people using mods. You know, it's a free country. Well, maybe not in the UK, but we generally, you know, I joke, we generally have the freedom to, you know, do what we want. And, you know, if you want to use mods, I'm not going to be the one to tell you you can't. Go for it. But you're going to be the one taking the risk that something's not going to happen. Come on now. Something's not going to happen with your save file. And I'm just not willing to risk that. I'm sorry. I'm not out to hurt anyone's feelings. Because it definitely seems like somebody's feelings were hurt. Not giants, you know, but I just about fell out of my chair laughing when they said I didn't know how to use mods. Is it clean? Kind of hard to tell. We need to take it back and get it repainted. Oh no. Oh wait. Wait, where is our... Oh, there it is. I'm looking for the grain bin, and I'm like, where is it? Okay. So while that's offloading, let's take a look at the jobs. Harvesting, plowing field 28. Guess I shall accept. Okay. I need to fold this for transport mode. And what I'm going to do here, let's set him, set destination right up here. Or wait. Plow. Oh, we have 2 plowing jobs. Great. Okay. Well, no problem. Set destination, field 28. And then let's see, what do we have as far as wood? 12,000. Probably about the same, 12,000. I'm going to grab one of these. I want to see how much... Oh, great. I want to see how much one of these guys adds. Really? So... Oh, there it goes. He finally figured it out. But, you know, one of the things that this interaction kind of reminded me of was some of the toxicity within the farming simulator community that I experienced, you know, back in the 20-teens. And, you know, I just don't involve myself with that kind of behavior. And if somebody, you know, whoops, if somebody wants to act like that, you know, I think it's just, I think it's immature, and I don't know, and it just feels like jealousy to me or something. I don't know. I don't know how to use mods. Ugh. Okay, so we finally have those logs. Let's ride one of the horses. We'll start maybe knocking the horses out. Oh, I picked up the Deadwood job too, didn't I? And then, I don't know, did we take... I don't think I've taken the wood beams. I don't know if I've taken those in yet. Oh, brother. I forgot to hire the worker and finish off the... Well, let's put this horse back. Hi, Grandpa. Oh. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to put AI worker on, and now I'm going to hire an AI worker. All right? Okay. Oh, brother. Where are we? Right there. Set destination there. Okay, I want to go visit. Actually, I want to visit. Oh gosh, I forgot how loud this was. Why have I only made 2 cement bricks? I can't. I literally. It's so loud in the headset. I can't even hear myself speak. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Oh my god, that was so loud. Oh my god. Well, we do have a beam there. AI worker B. Who the heck is AI worker? Well, he's not blocked by an object. What you talking about? All right, so up here, 624 wood beams. So we'll need to bring a wood beam down there. Visit. We'll need at least one there. And we don't have one. Okay. What? How many more? So it's just that one log in there. Okay. Aha. Uh-oh. Oh, there's one there. Okay, so he's working. All right, so we've got this dude. And hello. All right. I actually really enjoy using this plow because I feel like it's getting work done. Okay. Look at that. 24%, 25% done already. We just need to do that 4 more times. Not a problem. Uh. Trying to go a little bit wide before I line my right tire up with the little trench there. You go wide on the turns, otherwise it tends to miss spots. Okay, we got a nearly full grain tank, no problem. Oh good, he's turning around. Okay. Once you see the number of liters that's being filled go from like really fast to really slow, you know that you've emptied your combine. All right, almost halfway done. Uh-oh. I have turned into the dumb AI. All right. So life in the real world. Boy, it got cold last night again. I mean, it's like April what? April 8th. So from the 7th to the 8th. I think the temps got down to something like 32, I want to say. No, 28. And I'm just like, I am ready for spring. Yet spring started, what, 3 weeks ago? I'm just ready for warmer weather and ready for the rains to stop and the floods to go away. %. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, so now we just have to drive up to the next field. Which is up there by 33. Tornado trees are still there. I wonder how long those last. Like, I wonder if they go away after a season or two. Hey, we get to plow the pea field. And I'm just going to drive out here and I'm going to hire the worker. and have him do the work. Uh-oh. This guy's gonna be full. So I want to offload. That was loud. All right, let's go and get ready to offload this dude. Okay. All right, let's see what other jobs we have. Let's take a look. So this one is completed. We'll get paid for that. Do I want to try parsnips again? Okay, we could do hoeing. We got another. Oh, a big hoeing job. There we go. You know, I could take both of these jobs. We'd only lose like 700 and something. So I think I'll do we'll borrow the items from this one. And then I'm going to just accept this one. And this is field 31. Okay. We're going to go here, create job. It's on Fieldwork. Field 31. Just like that. Hit Z. And then I think let's go ahead and we're going to set this dude's destination up here. Might not be able to do that with him. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I can do it because I'm in this garage here. I think I'll be able to do it. Okay. Wait, there's 10 trees around here? There's 1, 2 there. 3. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, somebody completed this task. See, this is just me moving my eyes. This is just like me trying to look around. Up, down, up, left, right. So if I'm looking up at my control groups on the upper left, or I look down at my map, look up at the contracts, or down at my speed gauge, I'll be driving along and it just twitches. Now if I move my head, this is my head movement, but I'm looking straight ahead at that tree trunk. The tree trunk that's directly in front of the combine. I'm gonna keep my eyes there. That's the head movement that I want. I just want that. I don't want all this twitchy eye movement stuff. Because I have a tendency to look around. It's not nice for me to look at, let alone for you guys to look at if you're, you know, just enjoying the video. I feel like I need to start like some kind of a grassroots campaign of Tobii eye tracker owners who feel my pain and want there to be some updates to the options. I think it would dramatically improve my gaming experience as well as the gaming experiences for everybody else that plays Farm Sim 25 who owns a Tobii eye tracker. Because right now I just don't think it's usable. And some people might adapt to it just fine. Me, nah, not so much. I wonder how this is going to work. Wait a second. Oh no. I actually want to hire the worker because I do want to genuinely see how this works. Let's just okay, it's 8:59 in the game. I think at 9 a.m. we'll probably have more jobs pop up. Watch out! Well, it looks like he's doing his job. Well, color me slightly more impressed than I was. Okay. Uh-oh. There. Move it this way. Come on. Really? It won't let me move the big log? Oh, great. Boom. Yeah, I think the Field 31 contract is finished. So, wait a second. Let's... Yeah. Wow, that was fast. Create job, field work. Boom. So, yeah, we can get the hoeing contract. That'll be 4,187 in our pockets. Why don't we get any jobs for, like, harvesting wheat? Does that happen in, like, August, or... I thought it kind of happened in June or July. Well, I put those together almost perfectly. think this one's... Did I kind of move these around a little bit? I feel like I'm missing a tree somewhere. There's that one, that one. There's gotta be another one. Oh, there it is up there. Yep. These are the last two. And this will hopefully give me all the wood I need for the next month. Okay. So our worker over here has a full tank. Oh gosh, we still have all that wood over there. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, so he's working. Okay, he's doing the headlands, so that'll be done pretty soon. Okay, so we have to work on this. Actually, let's go and get all of our wood. Okay, that one's bundled up pretty well. This one is definitely not. No. Get out of the leaves. No, this way. I always want the shorter end, you know, of the logs as they are balancing. I always want those towards the front of the truck in order to clear the little protective thing there. Well, that's just great. Well, that's just greater. Look at that, field 76 is already 44% complete. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do at all, but whatever. No. There. Darn camera views. All right, so what do we got? %62 there. Wait, did he somehow go around the field and do the headlands? Because look, the headland is done down at that end. Very interesting. Oh yeah, this is where I want to be. Boom. Nope. Boom. So 49,999. That's as full as this can get. 789 on the wood beams here. So we'll have. Whoops. We'll have more wood beams fairly soon. The children. Now, I think I have to unstrap these, right? Or not? Well, I guess in the meantime, let's see, we've got plowing. Let's see, there's a mowing. God. Oh, we're back to stone picking again. That's a pretty big field. I might as well just start doing it, because we're gonna need to. Okay. All right, so it looks like all the contracts are finished. We should be getting some pretty decent. Yeah, we're already to 41,000 canola. Is that right? 45,009, almost 46,000. So we'll probably, I mean, just out of that, we'll probably get, well, let's just do some math. 45.9 times in November 1269, 1,000. That's 58,247. You know, no, I don't know if that's good or not good, or I mean, look how much we got off of the oats, just off the one harvest. I don't know if we did any other harvests or not. It seemed like we did really good on the oats. Okay, so you, my friend, can come home. Stubble tillage. Okay. Harvested. Duh. Seed bed. There's no seed bed. Needs rolling. Mulched. Needs lime. Now, is there ever a time where we need to plow? Or did I completely turn plowing off? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like in Farming Sim 22, we had the ability to turn this on, and then it was either set to every year or like every 3 years. Like, you know, Fieldstone, I turned off just because literally every time you cultivate your field, it would bring up fieldstones, and you always had to de-rock your fields. I've never. I mean, I'm not sure how often they de-rock our field. I don't think it's very often though. Why didn't you go home? Did I not set it right? Now I think our fields 78 and 87, these two guys, I'm pretty sure those are they're all plowed. It's all seed bed, not harvested obviously. And aside from doing a fertilization pass, it's pretty much ready to go. So did this guy? What the monkey? Okay. Now, no. Now I should be able to set his destination. And apparently I was not. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, how done? I think this dude's almost done. I mean, he's moving, but it's showing that the field's completely harvested. And I think he just stopped. Yeah, AI Worker G has completed his task. Actually, you know what? So we're going to have what, around 50,000 liters of canola? Okay. Oh, and I still haven't even ridden the horses. Hey, we just got a pallet. Huh, this is weird. I must have had something knock this around. No. I also... Let's see, create job, field work, and I'll just pick that, and we'll start this job. Let's go ahead and get this dude back home. And I want to get him back home because I want to grab the seeder to start getting, well, to get started seeding. Loud. Okay. So yeah, we have to unfold the plow in order to disconnect the plow. And then, let's see, let's just set his destination like right there. And then let's, as kind of the final thing here, we're gonna fold this up. And we've completed all the harvesting that I can do for right now, unless we were to get a job for harvesting wheat or something. So I will just... I mean, we're kind of in... we are in August. Why was I thinking we were in July? And I didn't even look up at the thing. So I'm going to shut him down for right now. And then, again, we can... Oh, are we going to seed canola down in the big field? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to plant canola. We might want to do barley. We can't do oats. Yeah, so we're going to be planting barley and wheat in the next month anyway. But I think if we plant canola here, we'll get a canola harvest in July instead of August. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. Holy moly. Wait, was that stone picking job that expensive before? I don't remember it being that much. But yeah, I don't think, I mean, we just have all these jobs, which we can take a couple, but like, let's see, field 19. Oh gosh, I remember this one. Remember when we had to do this one like 50 episodes ago, and it took us like 5 episodes to do it? I don't know if I want to do that again. And everything's like green beans. Where's the other one? Field 37. That's a big field for doing green beans. So I don't know. We have to bring them all the way to the opposite side of the map. Yeah, so next episode, we're gonna get all this done. Look, he's going down, he's doing like all this other stuff. Yeah, he is definitely going to be fully cultivating the field. And then, we'll be able to put the fertilizer. Let's see. Yeah, because we're going to have to fertilize most of this. Needs rolling. Can I roll this? Maybe I'll buy a roller. Rolling. No, a roller is not a disc harrow. Here we go. So This requires 275 horsepower. And this one requires 120. So that's 12.3 meters. This one's 27. This is a big one. Look how big that is. It might not look that big here, but it's rather big. So we'll probably buy one of these or at least rent one to get whatever rolling needs. So I might try that in the next episode too. I'll have to remember to do that. But in the meantime, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining me for Farming Simulator 25. And as always, don't forget to slap that like button, leave a comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe for this and many more videos. I'm Bradham73, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.